So welcome guys to another episode of our networking journey. Okay, so today we are going to use our Cisco Packet Tracer for us to learn some simple commands that we can use in configuring a router. Now I'm setting up some stuff in this Cisco Packet Tracer so I can actually use it in the configuration of a router. Now this is a PC and this is also a router. Okay, now what is a router used for? A router is used for routing. Now the question now is, what is routing? Routing is a device that is used to send data between networks across the network. That is what routing is, and a router helps us to do that, sending device data between networks. Okay, so now let's go ahead. Let us set up our networking devices, and let us see how we can be able to configure these networking devices. Yeah, so that's what a router is used for. So I'm gonna bring in a switch. I'm using this 2960 switch. Okay, so I guess I would love to add another PC here, another PC. Okay, so I'll just do it like this. So now this is where we have to use our cables to connect. You get. Now we are using the straight through cable. Okay, the straight through cable. Yeah, so we are using a straight through cable. Okay, so now we have to connect the switch to the router also. First Ethernet and gigabit internet, just like that. Okay, so now you can see here, you can see this red sign here. This shows that the router has not yet been configured. Now what we're gonna do now, we have to configure this router. But first, in my next video I'm gonna talk about assigning IP address to systems, both using automatic assign to IP address to systems and manual assigning IP address to these systems. So now let us try to configure the router. Okay, so for us to configure the router, we're gonna use a laptop to configure in the configuration of this router. Okay, a laptop, and we won't be using a straight through cable. Rather, we'll be using a console cable to configure this laptop. Okay, the console cable, and here we come. Now if you don't understand anything, you can actually drop your questions in the comment section. So just don't forget to subscribe, like and share my videos. Okay, so now we're gonna use the console cable. So plug it in the console port from the router, and also from the laptop we'll actually put it in this ROS232. Yeah, that's where we're gonna fix it. Okay, so now we're gonna try in configuring this router. Okay, so let's go ahead and try to configure this router. Now we after access the terminal from the laptop. Yeah, so okay, so enter the host name. I'm gonna use any name. I'll just say Timo. Okay, Timo. Oh, sorry, I made a mistake. Okay, so this is it. So you just have to, if you are actually from this place, say when they say, would you like to enter the initial configuration dialog? Please, you say no. say no to drugs. Okay, so just have to say no from that place. So that's what I do. But in case you said yes, you don't have to press Ctrl C and you get back to um this terminal. So now the first command we're gonna use is the enable. Now it is I say enable, or you can just say en. Now when you say en, it actually say what, the same thing. Okay, now when you say this enable, it's just like moving from a lower place to like somewhere high. You understand? Like a promotion. Yeah, I'm using the word promotion, like promoting this system to do tasks. You understand? So that's why we use the word enable. Now, when you actually in this level, now you have to say config t. Config t. You can say config t, or you say configure terminal. Like you can write it in full. Configure terminal. Whatever the case, it's gonna go. Okay. Yeah. So this is it. Now, what is the next thing for us to do? Now, the next thing, we have to impute the interface. You understand? Now, the interface are the cables, like, yeah. Okay, it says interface gigabit 0/0, as you can see here. Gigabit what, 0/0. So that's what we're gonna use for configuring that. So you say interface gigabit 0/0, and you can go on and press enter. Okay, now that's it. Now then you just have to input the IP address. I'm gonna use okay, so now you just have to input what, the IP address. You're gonna say IP address. Okay, then input the IP address 192.168, whatever IP address you're gonna send to the system. Okay, doesn't matter, .1.0. Sorry. Now after inputting the IP address, hold on. You have to input the subnet mask. Now I'm gonna say 255.255.255.0. Enter. Okay, invalid input detected. I guess there's an issue. Oh, I said IP address. I input IP. I made a mistake here in the spelling. Okay, so I'm gonna correct that. IP address. Okay, so in case you actually also see this error, you just have to check your spelling and the rest and see if they say bad marks /24 and the rest of them. So let me see what. Okay, so now so you just have to input the IP address and the subnet max, and when you're done, your paper is actually above mistake. Understand? I'm not actually getting myself right now. I just have to rest my head, but I said I should drop a video for all my subscribers on YouTube. Okay. Now after you've done this, assigning the IP address and also the subnet max, then the next command you're gonna use to config, like to save this and configure everything, you're gonna say shut down. Rather, I meant no shutdown. Is that no shutdown? Sorry. Okay. Now after saying no shutdown, you can see that the minute I said no shutdown, this actually changed to what? Changed to green. Now it was red earlier, but now it is now green. Now with these few commands, you can be able to configure your router. Okay, so thank you very much. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share my videos. Okay, and this is actually how you can be able to configure a router. Thank you guys. Yeah, you can see again, both of them are now what, green. So once it changes to green, you're actually perfect, good to go. You actually configure the router. So thank you guys.